What's up, you guys? Welcome to Out of Nowhere with Jason, and welcome to Sunday Smack Talk, where I will be bringing you the top 10 hottest rumors in the WWE today. So let's dive right in. At number 10, we have plans revealed for the Smackdown Live Tag Team Championships at SummerSlam. Now, Paige took to her Twitter and she said there will be a tournament over the next few weeks, and all of the teams on SmackDown will be facing each other in some sort of tournament, and the winner of that tournament will be the number one contenders for the Smackdown Live Tag Team Championships and will face the Bludgeon Brothers for the titles at SummerSlam. At number 9, we have big news on possible WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Now, Stephanie McMahon is set to appear on Monday Night Raw this week, and she has a big announcement, and there are a lot of rumors going around that has a lot to do with the women, because, Steph, she is the biggest promoter for women in WWE. And one of those rumors are that she will be announcing new WWE Tag Team Women's Championships, and there is that is going to make the broadcasting very interesting, because whoever those champions will be floating champions, which means their titles will be defended on Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, and NXT UK. So that is very interesting. It's been I think this has been in the works for a while now, and it's about time that women's tag team championships, and I think it's gonna be very good. At number 8, we have how much would WWE sell for right now? Now, the WWE's purchase has always been a hot topic, especially the last few years, because ever since Vince McMahon entertained a media call saying we are open for business. Now, Dave Meltzer mentioned from the Wrestling Observer that he doesn't think WWE will sell for anything less than $6.3 billion or more due to the recent deals with Fox and USA. And I think it's a scary thing, because Vince McMahon, that is his child, that is his everything. He took a match and turned it into an inferno, and he absolutely he loves it. So you got to think he's going to be very particular to who he sells to, because he wants to see his vision grow on. And he wants his children and his family to be taken care of. It's his legacy. He's put everything he has into this. So yeah, it's definitely one of the hot topics right now, and it's something to think about. At number 7, we have Austin Aries reveals what he regrets most about his WWE run. Now, as we all know, Austin Aries was released from WWE due to a mutual decision. And he recently spoke with Sports Illustrated and had this to say: "I was totally open to any opportunities they had, any division, any brand. As far as regret, more than anything else, my regret lies in that the WWE Universe never really got the real Austin Aries outside of commentary. They missed out on the chance to hear and see me be me and do what I do best. And of course, a number of great matches." Now, this is the case with a lot of people. I've been seeing this trend for a long time. They get a huge internet name. I mean, the list goes on and on. CM Punk, they never knew what to do with him. That's why he left. Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Kevin Steen, and the things he's done, and the matches and the promos. And I know you got to keep it within the guidelines, but man, don't water him down so much that he's not even him. Like, Austin Aries is amazing. He is an amazing competitor, and he has good matches. He is good on the mic. He is all these guys. They just, hopefully when Triple H takes over, he will figure out a way, because he focuses on the guys' true talents in NXT. That's why Nakamura and Rude and Balor and Owens, they were so amazing in NXT, and when they get to the main roster, they all get lost in the shuffle. So hopefully this trend can stop, but I absolutely see where Aries is coming from, and I get what he's saying. So hopefully, one day it'll end. Up next, we have number 6, and WWE could be introducing new title belts soon. Now, there are some rumors going around that their 205 Live will be introducing tag team championships for that division. So, I think it's a pretty good idea. As long as you have enough guys on the roster, to make the teams to have an entire division for. I don't see a bad idea for it, and it'll make more competition. And they say competition breeds excellence, so we'll just have to wait and see and find out what happens. At number 5, we have Bret Hart reveals how Vince McMahon convinced him to turn heel. Now, Bret Hart spoke to Sky Sports recently in an interview, and this is a direct quote, so I'm going to be reading this off my paper, you guys. So, he said, "I very much worried about losing my fan base when they wanted me to turn heel. I remember that Vince McMahon laughed and joked on the phone when he called me to tell me, and I said, I don't want to turn heel. I don't want to be a bad guy. I really took pride on being a worldwide hero, much the same as John Cena today. But much the same as John Cena today, the wrestling audience wanted something different. They wanted something new, so it was like, do I change styles to stay alive? Vince said, give me 5 minutes and I'll talk you into it. And I said, no thank you, I'm not interested. But he talked me into it pretty fast, because my option as a good guy was that I was going to wrestle Vader for the next year. That was going to be brutal. And I was thinking anything but Vader. So the heel turn was a difficult choice to make. And I remember Vince stressed to me, and I wonder whether that was the beginning of them trying to tear me down, that you are going to be a hero everywhere else except the United States. I don't know if they were totally honest. I remember when we wrestled that pay-per-view in '97 in Birmingham, that they were clearly trying to turn me heel or trying to turn the audience against me on the mic and commentary, and that was Vince and Jim Ross and guys like that. Now, I remember Birmingham, and a lot of people like to say that Stone Cold Steve Austin started the Attitude Era, and that I don't think that's true. How he helped it a lot, but Bret Hart completely facilitated the Attitude Era with that interview, and he was the All-American hero, All-Canadian hero, I guess, and he absolutely turned his back on the fans. But I think they kind of swindled him into being a bad guy. It's not like really. It was the lesser of two evils, and he had to make a difficult choice. And I really didn't think he was dealt a fair hand his first time. And he is a phenomenal in the ring, and I think they didn't treat him right. So this is a very interesting story here, guys. And at number 4, we have Tyson Kidd reveals if he ever wants to wrestle again. Now, pretty much, he did an interview, and Tyson Kidd basically said, never say never. But he is more than content in what he's doing now as a road agent, and he's happy with the role he's fulfilling now. It's a little tough to get his workouts in, but he's happy, and he's having a good time. But who knows down the road if that'll ever change. I guess we'll just have to see how Tyson feels, with the current role that he's taking on in WWE right now. At number 3, we have Ring of Honor hoping to sign former WWE superstar CM Punk. And the idea is they want to bring in Punk for the Supercard at MSG the day before WrestleMania. It's looking a little bleak because CM Punk has notably said that he is done with professional wrestling. He doesn't want to do it anymore. I mean, we all know that that's a load of crap. It's just he wants to explore his options to see what else he can do. I'm sure he might dabble in a few movies. He has a comic book thing. His UFC career is over. But he can say, a lot of people might not like him, but he had the balls to pull it off. He gave it an honest try, and he failed, and there's nothing wrong with that. He did his best. and he did what he could do. You know, I think I don't know if he's gonna come back to WWE. I know there's been Hogan and Warrior and Bret Hart and all that, but I've never seen the blood this bad, because there is a disdain between Triple H and Punk, and Triple H is a big guy there. You know, he makes a lot of decisions, but if he's going to come back, I see him going to Ring of Honor, honestly, because that's where he made his name. Like, he really shined in Ring of Honor. So I'm not gonna say it's impossible, because in professional wrestling nothing's impossible, but it's definitely a long shot. So we'll have to see what happens when the time gets closer. Number 2, we have, is WWE allowed to induct Owen Hart into the WWE Hall of Fame? And the answer to that is yes. Legally, WWE has every right to do that. You know, they own everything about him. Morally, it's a complicated situation all around. So, but if they wanted to do so, they have every right. They just it's not that cut and dry. It's a very complicated situation, you know, with his wife and everything that goes on, you know, with the lawsuits and all this and that, but yeah, if they see fit, they can. And number 1, the last topic of this segment, that is, John Cena reveals if he'd ever turn heel. Now, recently John Cena was at the San Diego Comic-Con, and a fan asked him if he would ever turn heel, and basically the short answer is no. John Cena is today's hero. He is today's Hulk Hogan, and he was heel at one time, but that was a different era of wrestling. That was what people like to refer to as the ruthless aggression era. Now we are more into the reality era, and you know, with it's just a lot of programming has changed, you know, with ratings and everything, and sponsors and TVs and all that, and I know it would be something he'd be interested in, but I don't think he's such a staple, and his character is so solid in. I don't know if they do it. I mean, that is a more of a reason to do it. Like, if I were to turn him heel, I would have someone. First off, you need to make sure someone could take his spot, and they want Roman Reigns to be the guy. Man, the sad truth is, he might not be the guy. I don't know if he has what it takes. So, like, I would put it on, like, Seth or Dean or AJ. So make sure you have that guy in line, so he has the opportunity to go heel, so you don't lose, so you have that guy right there waiting. So I would say do it. I mean, the fans want it so bad, and I know the way he delivers promos and the way he's delivered in the ruthless aggression era, he has it in him to be an amazing villain. He's coming into his own in as far as acting is concerned. He's really doing a great job, and but yeah, in my opinion, I think they should turn him heel. Will they? Probably not. So that's how I feel. Alright guys, that'll be it for today. That'll be all for Talking Smack Sunday with Jason. I really appreciate you guys tuning in today, and I will be back Tuesday to deliver the results and recap of Monday Night Raw. And once again, guys, my viewers, my fans, whatever y'all want to call yourselves, I will be nowhere without you. And thank you so much for all the support and love you guys have shown me, and just supporting me on this journey. And I really appreciate it. So if you like what I'm doing, hit that like button and smash that subscribe. Later.